These Mandela effect groups can detect liars. These are very smart people, so why will I try to fool them? Please listen to Jeff. He says, that explains everything.
It
Else
explains
would the chunk of
everything.
the arm be missing?
Well, it doesn't explain
It
logo.
Else
explains
would the chunk of
everything.
the arm be missing?
Well, it doesn't explain
It
logo.
Else
explains
would the chunk of
everything.
the arm be missing?
Well, it doesn't
explains
explain
everything.
logo. I think it was when we had SAG Arm on our show.
That's me.
I've heard some of our fellow affected call it falling down the rabbit hole, such as Alice in Wonderland did. And once down the rabbit hole, things only become more and more strange. And once down the rabbit hole, things only become more and more strange.
Hello? Here we go, down the rabbit hole.
Thine is the kingdom and the power. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespass.
No, I am the Father.
Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest?
He's already coming into power. The spirit of Antichrist prophet is already at work.
No one could save me but you.
All credit goes to Sandy Diva. This is real physical evidence that shows we're on a different Earth. And the other proof I want to show is that we're on a different star system, on a different Earth. And this is the reason why you're going to start seeing new animals, new Bible verses, and new logos.
Is this the first one? Okay, good. So I've been sitting on this for like 3 months, since like May, and I just gave up. I'm just gonna talk to you about what I'm talking about here. And I did mention this when we had, I think it was when we had SAG Arm on our show. That well, anyway, what you're looking at here is that our spiral arm is the Orion Cygnus arm, simply called the Orion arm or local arm. Has anyone ever heard Orion Cygnus before?
Nope.
It's also sometimes called the Orion Bridge, which I've never heard.
No, me neither. I've heard the Orion Spur.
I've heard that as well, but not bridge. The problem is there's all these extra terms popping up that I've never heard of before, and arms I've never heard of before, and something else we're going to talk about, which I talked about before, but go on, Brian. Crux scutum arm, anyone? Crux. C-R-U-X. Carina Sagittarius, anyone? I've never seen dashes, hyphens in these diagrams before. And then they had this newly discovered arm as dots floating off on the side in 2004. 2004, guys. Did it just tell you, whoa there, tiger, Brian?
It did. It said, whoa there, tiger. You're already zoomed in at the most.
If you hit the arrows in the top right, it'll be zoomed in more. Or maybe not. Yeah, there, you can zoom in more. There you go. No, these are not constellations. These are arms of our galaxy. The names of our arms. Norma, outer arm. Carina, Sagittarius arm. Perseus arm. These are not right. At least not for me.
It looks fishy.
Well, it gets fishier. Here we go. So, what am I looking at now? Okay, so now we have 3KPC. Can we all see that green one in the center? Can you zoom in on the center? The new outer arm. The outer arm and the new outer arm. So both arms are now there. But there's two arms in the center. 3KPC and another one I can't read. It's so small. Oh, galactic bar and long bar. But wait, there's another one that's on a different map. So Carina Sagittarius is once again there. Scutum Centaurus, Scutum, Orion Cygnus, no, absolutely not. No. No, these are 2004 images. That's why they're so small. Okay, so here's another image. And now you're gonna, here they are, 3KPC arm. Near, there's a near and a far, 3KPC arm, whatever that is, 3000 PC. And then we have the Norma again, which I've never heard of. But there at least it's Sagittarius arm, Perseus arm, but it's already Scutum Centaurus, so that was the first one to go weird.
But wasn't it, who was it? I know it wasn't Neil deGrasse Tyson. Who was it? Who is it that said we all come from starry stuff?
I don't know. But all I know is that image is 2010. But 2004 had all the extra names. So How Stuff Works probably made this based on their memory, remembering Sagittarius arm and not like Sagittarius Cygnus. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, it was Carl Sagan, by the way.
Okay. Keep going. It gets worse, guys. I'm waiting. We have a whole other Sagittarius galaxy right below us. Does anyone remember this? The Sagittarius dwarf galaxy just floats right below our galaxy. Anyone remember that?
Wait, we have another galaxy right below our galaxy?
Yeah, Sagittarius dwarf galaxy. It's right there. Anyone in the chat? I just can't. This is so messed up. Okay. And there's also a Cygnus arm there instead of the Orion Cygnus or Sagittarius Cygnus. I'm getting them all confused now. But there's the Scutum Crux arm. Never heard of. Okay, Brian, gets weirder. Let's go. Here's some more. More images. New arm, just new arm. Extrapolated. They're just saying they're just, it's the same arm. It's just stretched out.
And it's not like they just started naming them.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Right. No, these are all over the place before 2010. Like 2010. This is 2 years ago. Preliminal comment. You're about to see what it looks like. And I've never seen this image in my life. Could just be I missed it, though. I am not a scientist. I am not an astronomer. Maybe I just missed it. But what is this? I've never seen images like this before.
Yeah.
Never seen diagrams like this before.
It does look like an acorn.
With veins. It looks like a heart with veins to me. On Jose's video. The Laniakea supercluster. The yellow structure is the Laniakea supercluster, which contains about 100,000 galaxies. The red dot in the image is the Milky Way, our home, which contains about 300 billion stars, including our sun. Has anyone ever heard of a Laniakea supercluster before? Correct, Mandanimal. Correct. Looks like corn. I can go with that too, said General Sorrow. There's a close-up of the Sagittarius dwarf galaxy. right below us that I've never heard of before? So here again, it's called Sagittarius Carina arm. Who is Carina? I've never heard of Carina. Sometimes merely referred to as the Sagittarius arm. Merely, like, you know.
No, it was the Sagittarius arm.
And they're saying that the Carina arm is actually a subsection of that region. Except I've never heard it referred to as Sagittarius Carina arm before.
And I also want to thank Brian McFarland for having me on his show.
This is just more. It says marble bar. There's all sorts of Jenna. I can't even read that. There's just so much happening there. But this is talking about what I was talking about and how I believe we've been moved to an earlier version of Earth. When we shift, we move to earlier versions of Earth. At least that's what I think is happening. I can't prove it, but I can tell you that for a fact, our Earth will be in the Sagittarius arm in the future. In the future, our sun will be yellow. In the future, our sun will be orange. If you remember an orange sun, it will go from yellow to orange to red. So if you remember other colors besides white, in the future, it will be. In the future, South America, because of tectonic plate movement, will be below the United States of America. So I believe we are on an earlier version of Earth.
That will happen in 15 million years from now.
God is the only one capable of moving our consciousness to other realities. So I would have to say it is God.
I believe Jehovah is moving us to different earths, not to different realities.
For me, God saved us from something, and I'm about to get into that right now. So it says new arm for the Milky Way galaxy. Astronomers detect break in our galaxy's spiral arm. There's a chunk missing.
Wow.
As if something like another galaxy went through us. And we're going to go to the next one.
All right, and
So this is why I think we were moved. I think this is why God saved us. I think that's what it was. So go on to the next one. 2 of the Milky Way spiral arms go missing. And it baffles scientists and astronomers. They have no idea where it went. But then in another statement, they say there's like another arm coming out of nowhere that went right through them. But guess what? One of the spiral arms that went missing, it was Sagittarius. It was right where we should have been. So next picture is actually the picture showing you the chunk that has just gone missing. Our home is gone where we were.
Wow.
So I believe God saved us, moved us. Maybe the Mayan calendar was right in 2012. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I believe that something happened. We were there. We're not there anymore. We shifted to an earlier version of Earth.
That may also explain why our sun is more fierce. Like if you look the sun, the location.
That's what I said. I said in the past the sun was a white star. It was hotter, and that explains that. Like I said, in the future, the Earth. You can look it up. The Earth is the trajectory it's moving in like 50,000.
I believe she wanted to say 50 million years, not 50,000.
Years it will be in the Sagittarius arm. And in the future the sun will be yellow. So, and in the future the tectonic plates will move. Waters could recede, revealing land at the North Pole. Waters could rise, making the shapes of continents different. So a lot can happen over the course of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years, which could change the face of our planet, including like volcanic eruptions can add to the surface size. So I believe that's the only thing that makes those type of Mandela effects make sense to me. So that's my theory on that. I hope it made sense. I know it was a lot at once.
Gerald Neal commented, Sandy, thanks for sharing what you think this is.
No problem.
Because a lot of people will just kind of speculate a little bit. you know, I mean, I think you summed it up. I mean, just the fact that
Yeah.
a chunk of the arm of the Sagittarius arm was removed, that tells you something that is possible. I mean, that's why many of us remember coming from there and that's the chunk is gone. You see now? That might explain that's where we came from.
It
Why else
explains
would the chunk of
everything.
the arm be missing?
Well, it doesn't
explains
explain
everything.
logos and stuff, but like I said, it's the thing that bothered me the most about all the theories out there was these things, like the continents being in the wrong, the earth changes, the sun, like everything like that. And I'm like, how do 5 planets have rings, including Saturn, let's see, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, there's another one. They all have rings now. All of them. Jupiter never had rings. It's got rings now. I remember Uranus adding rings at some point. Like they said, oh, we found rings we never noticed before because of
Hey,
better technology. But Jupiter?
Sandy,
Yeah.
I still go along with the pronunciation Uranus. Just saying.
Yeah, I just say Uranus online because I need no one taking clip and taking the U out. So I'm not going to say that word. I'm protecting myself. I still say it too. Now mind.
This is what I was trying to warn you guys for 6 years when Bluebeard found this 7 years ago, but nobody's listening. And everybody banned me from their channels.